Trey 600 Quinn TV. We back again with another one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I got that boy OG Avalon Crib Cartoon in the building. We got a lot to get to. You know what's going down. Hey, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Be running up these subscribers, man. If you in here, hit that like button, man. Y'all hit that like button. Fire up. Hey, what's good, Mike Radley? Salute, man. You already know. Salute to the family. I appreciate y'all. We getting there. We on the way to 10K. If you up in here, hit that like button, man. Make sure you share this, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get lit. Turn us up, man. What up, Big Chaos? Yeah, you know we lit up in here with bullshit today. Let's go. Nah, but real talk, I appreciate everybody rocking with me. I appreciate everybody that subscribed. We got OG Cartoon, you know, Avalon Crib, man. We got a whole lot to get to. Like I said, we turned up with these stories. We turned up with these interviews, man. I'm dropping more content every day. Let's go. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, if you up in here, make sure you hit that, you know what I'm saying, that like button. Make sure you subscribe to get lit with us, you know what I'm saying. We're going to be turned. I appreciate the love. What up, TLTT? Yeah, I got the ball. Oh, yeah, we got Cartoon up in there, and we lit. All right, all you got to do is just click the link. All you got to do is just click the link right there in the StreamYard, and it's going to bring you up. Yeah, that's all you gotta do is just click that link right there in the comments, and it'll bring you up and let me be able to bring you up. Yeah, we got OG Cartoon Avalon Crib in here, man. You know, he been turning up the channel. Like I said, it's an honor for me to even be able to cover him. You know, he be have a whole lot to say. He be dropping them jewels on board. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out OG Percy. Shout out everybody, you know what I'm saying, that's rocking the channel. We gonna turn up this shit. Let's go. Oh, is that a fact, TT Boss, man? I feel you, man. Yeah, Cartoon, all you gotta do, OG, all you gotta do is just click that link. Just hit the link in the comments and it should bring you up. It'll bring you up as a guest and then it'll let me be able to bring you up. It's highly anticipated, you know what I'm saying? I said, I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all fire that like button, man. Everybody, we got 9 people in here, man. Everybody hit that like button, man. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you real good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was wrong with my phone. Every time I tapped it, it would just start saying either block or report action. I don't know what that was about.
Oh yeah, yeah. This stream, y'all, it's a little tricky, man. But I did. This the best way to do it for me, man. It's the
Oh,
best
okay.
way, Hey man, man, we got OG Avalon, cartoon up in here, man. Like I said, hey man, they loving you on the channel. You know what I'm saying? I hope you see what we got going. I love the message, you know what I mean? I love the jewels that you dropping. And, that's what I on my channel. I'm definitely trying to have, So had to bring you up.
That's what's up, homie. That's what's happening. Yeah, I rock with you, homie. I've been watching you for a minute now. I
Yes, sir.
I got up on you. I first started seeing you when I started watching Percy, and I'm like,
Yes.
okay. I say, cuz, what's up? I like that. But what's happening with you though?
Oh yeah, hey, we got a whole lot to get to, man. I just want to get you introduced to the channel, you know what I mean? And then we get to, we'll get to what we got to get to. I'm gonna let you go, you know what I mean? But let them know, for the people that don't know who you are, you know what I'm saying? Let them know who you are, where you from, you know what I mean? We'll get the introductions out the way.
Okay, all right, homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm cartoon, homie. I'm from South Central LA. You know what I'm saying? Avalon Crib, 53rd Street. Shoot, that's pretty much it, homie. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the internet a lot lately. I don't have no YouTube station or nothing like that, but I've been on the internet a lot lately. You know what I'm saying? Through my homeboys. You know, doing my thing, man. About this clown Dewberry and this clown Charleston White. But now I ain't gonna speak on Dewberry. He done tapped out. He done got up out of there. So like I told him, I say, long as he be a nice little boy and stop all that tough talk, I'll leave him alone. But
Right.
the little one-eyed cat, you know what I'm saying? He's something different. So you got to battle with him. You got to go down through there with him. So
Right.
it been on and popping.
Yeah, I definitely I saw that, and like I said, man, folks are they sharing your message. You know what I mean? Like they rocking with what's going on, and like I said, I committed. You know what I'm saying? I'm started off as a fan, so that's why I'm like, man, I gotta do my due diligence and try to get them up on here. Like I said, so this is definitely solidified even my channel. Like I said, I want the real up here. You know what I mean? Giving folks what they can feed. What they can have. That's a fact.
Right. That's what's up, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like I usually do. I go on my partner Kev Mack a lot, and like I tell him, you know what I'm saying, valid questions pop up, just throw them on out there for me, cause you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna answer them as truthfully as I can.
Mm-hmm. All
But
right. Yeah, let's get to it. Like I did. And shout out Kev Mack because man, like you got a whole. It's like documentary style on your life, bro. Like and this fire. So like I said, this is definitely dope. But can you give me just a little bit of the history on just being from Avalon and growing up in California? We'll start there, and then we'll get to everything else.
Okay. Grow up, I'm off the east side, homie, original east sider, cuz so like I say, born and raised in Cali, born and raised in South Central, homie. As South Central is what I'm saying, gang capital of the world. So during my time coming up, it was gonna pretty much almost be impossible not to be a gang, not to be gang affiliated. So boom. I'm a product of my environment. You know what I'm saying? My environment was Avalon gangsters. I come up Avalon gangster.
Right.
Start going to jail at an early age, juvenile hall, what I'm saying, YA, prison, county jail. It was like, typical, growing up in South Central at that time. I mean, that was a typical rite of passage. It was hard to get around it because you're in them streets, you in the gang, you in the set. So, eventually pretty much you was gonna take that fall and do some type of jail time. And
Right.
I ain't no different from the rest of the homies. You know what I'm saying? I follow suit, end up doing time. I've been to prison several times, been to juvenile prison twice, been to, regular prison. Like I've been to prison 7 times. I just got out from doing a 23-year bid. You know what I'm saying? Glad to be out. Been out some years now though.
Yeah, salute. Yeah, salute on that for real.
Right. Just been doing my thing, though, homie. I've been blessed since I've been out. You know what I'm saying? I got my own, I got my own security service, got my own business now. I still go to work though. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired now. I do them 12-hour shifts.
Yes, sir.
But I make good. I make good money. Just got me a $4 raise the other day. I'm happy. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, if I'm gonna stay, you gonna pay. That's how that go.
Right. So now go to work every day. Married. My kids out the way. My kids they doing good. They basically I'm just living life. You know what I'm saying? Couple of bumps, bruises here, couple of ups and downs here. But other than that, homie, I'm just living. I'm just making it as I can.
Yes, sir. And all right, let's go back to whenever you said that you was and you caught a case when you was young. Like, what was your mind frame then? Like, can you give me a story back then? Like, what was your mind frame? How was it then?
Like when at what time?
You said when you went to YA.
Oh, okay, yeah. I went to Wide. I think I was 14. I think. I had the typical homie. At that time, I come up in a different generation. I'm 58 years old, so I come up in a different time than how the gang politics in LA at that time were totally different than the gang politics are now. You know what I'm saying? What they got going on now, I'm pretty much foreign to it. It's not my get down. I don't really know. I don't wear skinny jeans. I don't wear backpacks. I don't ride skateboards. I don't put on flashy glittery bedazzled belts and wear little bitty, I don't wear little shirts that's too small for me. So, that's the typical attire now for gang members in LA or everywhere else look like. But I don't know how to get down like that. At my time, it was different. So when I started going to jail, like especially back when 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, it was all speed, no brakes. You know what I'm saying? As they say, all gas, no brakes.
Right.
And at that time, growing up in South Central, you was living for the set. You was living for the hood. You was living, you know what I'm saying? You was living for your homeboys. That was your family. What family you might not have had at home, you had it in the streets. And and it was all she wrote. It's like the typical mindset at that time of everybody that was coming up in them streets in LA at the time. You know what I'm saying? It was do or die, homie. It was bang or nothing. And I came up, predominantly with the same mentality. In jail with it, on the streets with it. Each and every individual at that time, homie, all we knew was the promotion of our sets. You know what I'm saying? Right. Making sure whoever knew about it, everybody thought they set was the hardest. And we fought and strove to make sure that fools knew that, oh, well, I'm down for mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for mine because my set down.
Yeah.
And it was a trip because like in our juvenile hall system, it's a trip, man. When you're real young like that, you don't really go outside the parameters of your neighborhood. If you got a 5-block radius, 8-block radius, 3-block radius, you pretty much coming up as a child, you gonna stay in that radius. Now right. Only thing you're gonna know about are the 2 and 3, 4 little old neighborhoods that might be around you. Right. At school you might hear somebody talk about 1 or 2 other sets that's might have a little distance, but you ain't never seen them. But when you get locked up as a kid and you go to juvenile hall, now you in here with hundreds of little kids just like you from all over the California, the Southern California area, and now you hearing about gangs you ain't never heard of. What, you from where? You from where? You from where? And it'll blow your mind back because you hearing you thinking it ain't number 5 or 6 gangs in LA. Come to find out, it's hundreds.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Okay. When was the first time somebody? Because it's from me being on the outside. Like I said, this is like I don't know much about gangs, but whenever they ask you like where you from. When was the first time somebody asked you like where you from? And you told them like, hey, I'm from Avalon. This is where I'm from.
On the streets or in jail?
On the streets, and then we'll talk about in jail.
Oh well, on the streets when you first start banging, what I'm saying, as you go when you go to school, what I'm saying, the school was gang orientated. If you leave, I'll say like you might be now we're gonna say between the ages of 12 and 15. you might have went to the store with moms, or you might have went somewhere, or either you might have been on the bus trying to go somewhere, and Crippin' at that time had a dress code. It was a real live dress code. The way they dress now, I don't know what that is. But back then, you knew who was banging because it was a certain way that you dressed. It was a certain way your clothes looked. And we took to that wholeheartedly. So when you seen somebody who was dressed a certain way, that was the predominant that question has been the most asked question in LA. Homie, where you from? What set you from? And the first time it ever happened with me, I can't really remember, but I knew I was a young teenager, and I believe it might have been at school, in junior high school, and somebody from another set, might have, "Cuz, where you from, homie?" Or I'm like, "Come from Avalon Gangsters," and and boom, there it is. But I
All
was
right,
young though. I was in my early teens. I was 12, 13, 14, somewhere up in there.
right. And then okay. And what about whenever you was locked up? Like when was the first time then?
Oh shoot, homie! When in LA, when you go to juvenile hall, you get hit up the first before you get through the door. Good, you might be
Right.
getting processed in, and you might be over here with a group of cats, 4, 5 of y'all getting processed in, and it might be 5, 6 dudes walking down the hall or walking past the process room, and that's for they hollering all in the room. "Cut, where you from, homie? Where y'all from?" So it's immediately you not coming up in juvenile hall. You're not gonna be there 1 hour before
Right.
you hit up, somebody hit you up 2, 3 times. "Cause where you from? Homie, where you from?" So it's all the time. It's all the time. See, when I was coming to jail, in LA, Crips outnumber Bloods like 5, 6 to 1.
Right.
So at that time, man, Crips was so nowadays it's kind of I don't know how it is nowadays, but back then when it was banging, what I'm saying, Crips outnumber Bloods so much. You pretty much was never gonna get hit up by a Blood because they at that time, they were so far and in between that in juvenile hall they pretty much like just kind of because they didn't want that smoke because eventually somebody was gonna push up on them and they were so outnumbered. Not saying
Right.
they were scared, I'm not saying they was busters or anything. It's just they were so outnumbered, and they couldn't have no win, so they pretty much was just kind of quiet and stayed out the way. But yeah, you was gonna get hit up, day one. Day one, you wasn't gonna be in there 1 hour for a bunch of dudes. "Cuz, where you from? Where you from? Where you from?" And then there it go.
Right. Oh man. All right. All right. We can get to it. Let's talk about the Charleston White situation. Like, 'cause, this is why they came. This is why folks definitely
Yeah.
came because I mean, we got a lot to say about it, and I'm just gonna let you go. And you can start how everything started with the Dewberry situation, and then we'll get to that. Like I said, because I don't want to make my whole show about what I mean, but I got a whole lot I want to get get to. But we can get
Right.
this out the way.
Yeah, exactly. So all right, what I've been seeing a little cat Charleston White for the last couple of years. When he first started ranting and raving about California this, Crips that, California this, Bloods that. I hate y'all. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, of course, everybody gonna see it. I used to see it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. He way across the other side of the world, so ain't nobody too much really tripping on him. And as time went on, he basically built his whole get down. He built his whole platform on that. He used two of the biggest entities in the United States at this time, which at right now, which were Crips and Bloods. He used that as a stepping stone to get where he is today. Does he really have animosity in his heart toward it? No, no.
Right.
He's really too selfish. All he cares about is money. What I'm saying? Getting subscribers. Like a shock jock, just hooping and holler to get it. But I peeped him then, and lo and behold, I got him. I end up getting in contact with the cat. And we spoke, what I'm saying? Last year, we spoke a few times, to the point to where, what I'm saying? He used to call me, "What's up, big fella? You all right?" Yeah, man, I'm all right. What I'm saying? Because, when we spoke on the phone, it was with a civil tongue. It wasn't no F this, he was trying to explain to me that he really don't feel this way. He really don't feel that way. It's just, he trying to get a point across on this and that. Now, whatever he was speaking on. I'm like, yeah, okay. And we had some conversations that really was kind of okay.
Right.
But now as time went on, he got so wrapped up, you know what I'm saying, because he would tell me, well, it's a character. But as time went on, he got so wrapped up in the character to where, I believe that he really, really, truly lost himself. You know what I'm saying? He lost himself completely. Till it got to the point where nothing was sacred, period, for no one, no matter what state, no matter what, country, no matter what it was about, anything that he could say and do that was going to help him achieve the status that he's at now, he would say it and do it. If you notice, he, in the last few years, he has gone out his way to attack any rapper he can attack, to attack any athlete he can attack, to attack, any gang member that he can attack, to attack mothers, to attack children, to attack fathers, to attack individuals that really don't need attacking. He would do it. It didn't make him a difference. You know what I'm saying? From the Minister Farrakhan on down, he would attack it. Right. Well, and it did make him a difference. He would attack it, knowing that, in this day and age, society loves mess. The more messier it is, the more they're gonna key into it and acknowledge it. And that's what a lot of his subscribers doing. They just key into mess. They're messy just like him. A lot of them retarded. Because I read the comments that come back to me on a lot of my stuff. I always answer it's so much ignorant stuff that they say to me. Like one person said, no, a woman, you know what I'm saying, said, I don't care if he calls me a bitch. He's funny to me. He's entertaining. And I'm like, really? Really? So, how low can your self-esteem get? But now, hey, I guess it is what it is. I had one woman tell me one time, oh, stop hating on him. Let him do what he do. He's okay. Really? Okay. I'm hating on him. So he's not hating on the whole United States. We hating on him. Right. Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's okay what he does. It's okay what he says, but stop hating on him. And a lot of people talk, nah, well, you a hater. It's this and it's that. But them same people that, say these things, if he was to cuss them out, talk about their dead family, talk about their, their mama, talk about their kids, talk about, I wonder how they would feel then. See, they would turn on him then. Oh, why would why you doing this, Charleston, to me? But let me tell you something. As long as it ain't directed toward them and it's directed towards someone else, they fully with it. Yay, go Charleston. I had one fool tell me Charleston for president. I mean, get the F out of here. Really? Oh, you know what I'm saying? So, there's no reason or rhyme with a lot of these people because they sit up and watch it. They sit up and watch it. And some of them turn around and tell me, oh, well, you a gangbanger. Okay, well, Charleston at one time tried to be a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? Then he did whatever he did. But now, a lot of times you will see him on his live, and he'll profess to hate Crips and hate Bloods. And in the live he's been putting out in the last few days, he's always with this little dark-skinned dude. I'm not even gonna say the dude's name. He's always with this little dark-skinned dude in the backyard lifting weights. But this dude is a Blood. But you hate him so much. So the narrative that you put out over the last 2 years, when you be sitting in your car ranting and raving and I hate it, y'all toe down society, y'all killing people, y'all woo woo woo. But every chance he gets, he's with the gangbangers. He's hanging with the gangbangers. So like I say, his whole charade is fake. It's fake. You know what I'm saying? He had out a video last week where he told me, I hate you, cartoon. I want to kill you. I want to kill your kids. I guess they made him. Either he took it down or they made him take it down. But I got it. You know what I'm saying? I should show it. But anyway, I'm like, you hate all this and you hate all that. Why? Because I'm not stupid. Why? Because I'm not gonna get on the internet and do the things that everybody else been doing with you? No, homie, you not you think you're more intelligent than everybody else. You think you got the game sold up, and but no, not with me, homie. And so like I showed him where he say he's running for city council come January this year. Mm-mm. He can run for what he want to run for. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you put something on the internet, it's for the world to see. It's public knowledge. Once you put it on the internet, it's public knowledge, and it's public knowledge the way he's been acting for the last 2 years. Okay, so if you running for the city council that they have in Dallas or Fort Worth or whichever one you're running for, I will. You know what I'm saying? I'll know by then. If it's public knowledge, they need to know what type of person is potentially trying to get on their city council. Right. They need to, and I'll make sure they'll know the type of person that is getting on there. I had one person tell me, "Oh, that's snitching, that's telling." No, it's not. It's public information that he himself, he himself put out there. So don't throw a rock and hide your hand. You know what I'm saying? That I guess they gonna want a city council that jumps on the phone every 2 days with 4-5 guns in their hand. Right. Yeah, okay. That's city council material? I think not. But it's amazing to me how people are so fooled and bamboozled, and they rock with it. I mean, they really rock with this mess. And they were like, "Man, you gonna beat him up?" And I keep explaining to people, I've never once said that I wanted to beat Charleston White up. I'm not, I'm 5 times bigger than Charleston White. I don't, he's not a challenge to me. I don't want to. I do not want to fight Charleston White. It's not nothing to me. I'd hurt that little bitty man. So therefore, I talk to him the same way he talks is the same way I talk to him. The fighting situation come about with Dewberry. You know what I'm saying? Now Dewberry's a different individual. He got a little bit more size on him. Well, a lot more size on him. And a lot of people were protecting him, saying, "Well, don't pick on him. He is only responding to Nina Boy. Nina Boy called him out." Okay, and I tell him all the time, Nina Boy.
Let's go to that. Let's break that down, because, like I said, they probably in here don't know the whole situation. So let's break that whole situation down.
Right. I'm finna go into that now. Okay. They need to listen and listen good, and make and put your biases to the side, and put your feelings and emotions in your pocket for a minute, and use your brain. I need people to use their brain, their common sense. You know what I'm saying? Put squares.
It's OG over here in the comments. It's love over here, and you ain't got nothing but love comments over here. So
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Right now, but the other comments will come later on. I'll see them.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now I explain these people. Okay, they saying that Dewberry had a right to call Nina Boy out. And first off, let me say, I am not taking up for Nina Boy. He's his own man. If he so chooses or so chose to fight Dewberry, then that's on him. No. But as I explain the narrative, you understand what I'm saying. Okay. They're saying that Nina Boy called him out. So that's why he responded to Nina Boy. I want to knock you out. I want to punch you and make you doodle on yourself. All right, cool. Now, the thing is, they tell me I'm tripping. I'm getting in Dewberry's business. No. What they don't know is way last year, Dewberry jumped on the internet on the camera with Charleston White. It was it was a few days after the Mob James incident.
Right.
And he said some things and did some things that really pissed me off, that really let me know, okay, this cat right here is a real live lame. This cat right here is a buster. Now, what he started doing, he got up under Charleston's White nutsack because Charleston told him, "Hey, look, I can get you your YouTube station up here. I can help you do that. I can help you do that." So he like, okay. So he chose up, I'm gonna ride with you, and I'm gonna say this and say that and do this. I'm going to become your little Charleston White clone. And that's what he did. And there was some things said that pissed me off.
Right.
So, through the sources, I end up getting in touch with him. And he always say, keep street stuff off the internet. I kept it off the internet. I got in touch with him personally on the phone. And I told him, hey, look, homie, I don't like what you said. I don't like what you did. You know what I'm saying? I want to see about you. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, you's a straight up mark, homie, a buster. I want to see about you. He fumbled at the mouth, grumbled at the mouth. Oh, yeah, all right. Okay. Woo, 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 woo. Cool. I left it alone. I was waiting for the next step. He swept that under the rug because it was not on the internet and no one knew about it. And so I keep telling these people, I called Dewberry out a whole year before the Nina Boy thing ever came up. I then called him out. And he hid from me. He ran from me, didn't want to respond to me. He didn't want it because he don't want it with nobody. Okay, so I went on and decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to leave this alone. Time goes on. A year passed, year and some change passed. Okay, somehow, some way, him and Nina Boy ran across each other. I don't know whether Nina Boy said something first or he said something first. It don't really make me no difference. Now they popping off at the chops on the internet to each other. They going at it, whatever. Okay. Nina Boy went to talking that fight talk. But now Dewberry was not that anxious for the fight with Nina Boy because it was the fear of the unknown. He didn't really know a lot about Nina Boy a lot yet. So he just skimmed the edges and stayed away from it. Okay, right. When Nina Boy got in the ring with Bosco and he dropped the ball. Okay. Soon as the Dewberry, as the coward he is, seen that Nina Boy can't fight. He's seen Nina Boy ain't nothing but 5'5", a midget. Mm-hmm. And he can't fight. So now he figured, okay, I can get me some points right here. That's when he jumped out his skin and went gung ho crazy. Oh, I want you. I want to do this with you. I want to fight you. I want to beat you. I want this. I want that. So I happened to see it one day. And I'm like, what? Hold up. Oh, now you want to fight him, but you didn't want to fight me? Oh, okay. I got directly on his head. That's when I got on the internet with the bull. Since you want to sweep it under the rug when I kept it on the phone personal, I got directly on the internet with it and let the world know who I was and I want to fight this clown. Oh man, boom, explosion. How you woo woo woo. So I went on his live one time. He as the child he is, he want to talk about my mama, talk about my kids. You know what I'm saying? F your neighborhood, F this and that. I'm like, homie, all that's fine and cool, dandy. Those ain't nothing but words. But what's up with the fade? What's up with getting down? He did not want that, period. All he wanted to do was run his mouth and try to be slick and talk and you know what I'm saying, bamboozle people like Charleston White do around the whole subject. He would skip that subject. Then he went on to some well, come on down here. Come on down here to Texas. And at first, I was on my way. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of people like, wait a minute, hold up, homie. You know what I'm saying? And, cooler heads prevailed because I was rightfully on my way. And so it was a thing on like, how come every time we have to come to Texas? We got to come to Texas. So it went back and forth to, as you see, I told, me and my people told him, check this out, homie. We gonna keep this gangster. We can meet in the middle. You don't have to come to California. We don't have to come to Texas. At first I said Las Vegas. Then no, Charleston, because now this is where me and Charleston got it. He jumped in the mix. Charleston went to holler, no, that's on the West Coast still. It's too close to LA. That's where y'all killed Pac. Okay, fine. We told him. We'll come to, how about in Atlanta or Tennessee? That's still in the South where you at. We will come to Atlanta. We could do it in Atlanta or we could do it in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. He didn't want none of that. He got completely up out of there. I'm talking about, he just wanted me to go away. Then he went to crying about the money. Boom. As you seen on my thing, I held 10 racks up. I held $10,000 up, and that was just my money. I had my people had so much money they wanted to put up.
Right.
And they was like, well, cuz we gonna put up this, we gonna put up that, we gonna put up this. So now it shouldn't have been the money issue because it went up to like about 25 racks. He was still making excuses. No, this and that. So then it went to, Charleston White got in his ear and tried to school him on how to act. So then he jumped on the internet. I'm not gonna say these people's name no more. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. Now you shouldn't want to say our name anymore. You shouldn't want to do it because the world at large knows you're a big old fat scary dude. You know what I'm saying? You 6'5", 250, 60 pounds, but you chomping at the bit to fight a dude 5'5" and chubby. But now when somebody else step up,
appreciate you, boy.
Yeah, when somebody else step up with that gladiator heart, you didn't want it. You want to make excuses. You want to talk about everything else but that. Now it's to the point to where he done got out of there. He done dropped all that tough talk. He ain't talking about fighting a fly no more. He on the internet now making these lives, walking through the park, you know what I'm saying, like an old lady or something, talking about check game. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna check game, homie. You know what I'm saying? And then, talking a bunch of talk that don't nobody know what you're saying at the end of the day. And it's a bunch of rhetoric and a bunch of contradictions. So I told him, I say, you know what? I'm going to leave you alone because you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? You worthless. I say all my guns are pointed at Charleston White now. And that's where it been. You know what I'm saying? Me and him, he been in the comments. He'll say something crazy. I'm like, okay, fine. But I'm not going away. You want me to go away because they say, I'm not going to say your name. And I told him, homie, you don't have to say my name. I don't care nothing about you saying my name, but I'm going to say your name. And I'm not going to stop saying your name because what I'm seeking and what I'm looking for, whether you say my name or not, me saying your name is going to get the same results. So, you feel you a big fish in the internet world. Okay, well, I ain't got to do but mention a big fish, and there it is. But when I mention your name, I mention your name in the light that I'm trying to shine on you because you ain't nothing but a ball of darkness. You saying the same thing over and over and over. And then now lately, he don't even really have nothing to say. If you look, he's getting on live. He ain't doing nothing but lifting weights in the backyard, I think, and running around with a gun in his hand, playing music, sitting in the car playing music, because you know what I'm saying, what was going on with him is running out. He can't find nobody else to pick on. He can't find nobody else to disrespect other than the people that he's been picking on and disrespecting for the last 2-3 years. So now he ain't got nothing to say. It's get in the car and play music. But you got dummies out there that will rightfully look at him play music, roll blunts, smoke them in the car while he's driving, not saying nothing for hours. They are watching for hours. So I'm like, yeah, okay, it is what it is. But now he need to know, homie, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going nowhere. A person asked me in the comments, why does everything have to be violence? Why can't y'all sit down and talk or do this and that? Man, please. One person said something that made sense. Why don't you and Charleston White have a debate? And I thought about that. I said, man, you know what I'm saying? Because, I'll give the little one-eyed bandit credit. He does have a small modicum of intelligence, you know what I'm saying? But now I feel I have a whole lot of it. And I said a debate. And I said, you know what? I probably wouldn't mind debating that little fella. But the only thing is, we would have to do it in person, face to face, because I know how he is. He's ignorant. If you try to do a debate through the phone, you can't do that with him because he's stupid. It's going to end up him cussing you out, him calling you names, him saying F, him saying F this, F that. What he usually do, he gonna try to talk over you. I can't beat him screaming. He gonna start screaming, ranting, and raving, saying all this old crazy stuff that he would never say in a million years if he was in my face. You know what I'm saying? If he's in my face, he gonna sit there like a nice little boy and have a nice conversation like he got sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not Ayatollah, nor am I Melvin Farmer. You know what I'm saying? They let him get away with it. They let him get away with too much. You're not finna get away with half that with me. Right. You're not finna, you're not finna disrespect nothing I believe in. You're not finna disrespect me, period, or nothing that I'm about. Not in my face. You might do it on the internet, but you better not do it in my face. You know what I'm saying? Show over. But now, if you want to talk with a civil tongue and act like you got sense, man, we can do that all day long because the words that come out his mouth, since me and him been going at it, he done told me F this, F that, and all that. I don't pay no attention to that little dude. You know what I'm saying? I would gladly sit down and debate with him and would actually, promise him that nobody would touch him, nobody would do nothing to him as long as he had sense and he would be safe. You know what I'm saying? But that probably wouldn't happen. But the bottom line is he want me to go away. And homie, I'm not. Man, I got so many people getting in contact with me, so many people getting in touch with me, want to talk to me because, the world at large is pretty much fed up with him. They tired of him. He playing out. You know what I'm saying? He done had his 15 minutes of fame. Now it's over with. People are tired of hearing you talk about, F this. People tired of hearing you talk about F that. People are tired of hearing you talk about the dead. People are tired of hearing you talk about people's parents. They it's getting old. It's old news. Then they talk about he's an activist. Man, the man ain't doing nothing. He has not did anything. He was on live the other day. Well, no, about a week or so ago, and had Dewberry sitting right next to him. And a lady asked him, why you not an activist and doing this and that, the stuff you said you do no more. He told the lady, F-U-B, when I say B, I'm talking about B-I-T-C-H. He told the lady, F-U-B, I don't care nothing about that no more. I don't get no money from that. I'm not earning nothing from that. I get more money by calling you stupid hoes, B-I-T-C-H's, and talking about these old dumb N-I-G-G-A's. You know what I'm saying? I don't use that word, so I'm just spelling. And talk about you dumb N-I-G-G-A's. And I'm like, okay, this man is telling on himself every day, step of the way. And you got women and men will ignore that, act like he didn't just say what he about. And it will still ride with him. Yay, go Charleston. And I'm like, okay, there's no account for stupidity. There's no account for messiness. Man, look, if you don't put that down and stop, get out of here. These goddamn cats, man. Shoot. But anyway, man, stop, get on. But yeah, man, man, I'm gonna let you, man, I've been running my mouth, man, I'm gonna let you get a little something in.
Oh no, yeah, no. Like I said, I believe it's all about everybody having a voice. You know what I mean? And like I know, like doing my research on you, like you just got your story. You got an amazing story. You got like what I mean, you can low-key make a documentary / movie on it. So, I'm definitely with that. And I like your opinion on things is right. It be spot on. You know what I mean? Like. You understand and you seeing things for what they are. So, it's dope to me. All right. Can you give me a story, you know what I mean? Where you just whenever you felt that you was outnumbered and you had to stand on business.
When you say, could you say that again?
Being like just being outnumbered and having to stand on business, you know what I mean? And that's being locked up, but free, just any situation.
Right. Well, most of that would probably come from jail. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things, man. Cat, if you don't quit, get out of here. God dang it. That was one of the things that used to make me keen on Percy. Because I used to like his little prison stories because a lot of stuff he was speaking on, you know what I'm saying, I felt it because it was along the lines of a lot of stuff I was going through and a lot of stuff I was doing. But as far as being outnumbered, it's been plenty times in the jail system that happened, you know what I'm saying, because as you know, California got a large number of Hispanics.
Right.
And blacks and Mexicans. Blacks and Southern Mexicans. You got the Mexicans from Northern California, which blacks get along real good with. Then you got the Mexicans from Southern California, which, blacks, just don't get along with. The relations are getting somewhat better lately. But when I was in prison, in Hawaii, it wasn't no love. It wasn't no love. It wasn't no love. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a few times, I had try to get me doing stuff because I was about that smoke. I was like, I was about If you get into it with my people, you get into, his own and cracking. So, I was one of the ones when the doors open up, let's go. Let's get it. But as far as let me get the people a story. Let me get the people a story. Okay. Okay. I was in a at one time we got a prison called Pelican Bay. We were on lockdown in Pelican Bay because the blacks and Mexicans were getting into it. And we end up coming off lockdown before the Mexicans did. And we end up getting into it with the whites because we found out the whites were moving knives around the prison system for the Mexicans. And so when we found out about that, we took off on them and went back lockdown. So, a lockdown in California lasts a long time. People, in other prisons, in other states, they crying about being locked up for 1 day, 2 days. No, man, lockdowns in California, homie, start with months. They start with weeks, off the rip. If it's a racial problem, it's a lockdown 2 weeks off the rip. And it'll go from there. But so while we was on lockdown, they had opened up a new prison. Now Pelican Bay is up on the California-Oregon border. If you walk out the front gate of Pelican Bay, you can dang near walk to Oregon because that's how far up north it is. But now they had just opened up a new prison called Lancaster. Now Lancaster is like right down there, like an hour drive from LA. So of course, everybody from Southern California was like, "Ooh, man, they opened up a prison at the house." They opened up a prison at the house. Okay, cool. Lo and behold, they start shipping us. Everybody from Southern California, they start shipping to Pelican Bay. I was on the first bus that went into their yard. Matter of fact, my foot was the first black foot to step foot in that prison when it opened up. So boom, it's opened up. Now at the time, it's a black ran prison. So everybody knowing eventually it's gonna go. But now we enjoying it. It's new. We enjoying what's going on while we can, because we know eventually it's gonna be up. So we made it for about maybe 8 months. We made it for about maybe 8 months. We made it before hostility started. And what happened was, it was on the handball court. Blacks have one side of the handball court, the Mexicans have the other side. If they ball comes over into our area, they can't come over there and get it. We got to get the ball and give it back to them. It's boundaries. You got boundaries. If our ball goes on their side, they get it, they give it back. Okay, so they ball came over the wall. And instead of, the little essay, whoever he was, instead of him waiting to us to give the ball back, he just bailed right up on the handball court. Like, like bump y'all, like, yeah, I'm coming to get this ball. You sadly mistaken, homeboy. So, one of the homies took off. Bing, 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 bing. It go down. They go to chunk it. So when that happened, all the essays rushed from their side of the handball court. All the homies rushed from the basketball court. So it's a big melee. It's going down. So the police lay the yard down. When they lay the yard down, that's like, they got the shots. Boom, boom. They go to shooting. Now in our prison system, they got the mini 14. You got shells this long and them tumblers, it hit you in the shoulder, take your whole arm off.
Right.
So when they started dumping, okay, everybody get down. The goon squad come on the yard, got, gaffled up everybody they was gonna gaffle up, handcuffed them, boom, took them to lock up. Okay, we on lockdown. So boom, time goes on. My cellie, I had a cellie, my partner, man, he ended up getting shot too. His name was Big Stacks from Raymond. He was like, cuz I want to go to lockup, homie, man. I want to take off. I want to do this. I want to take off on him, cuz. So I'm steadily telling him, just hold on, bide your time, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna do what we gonna do. Let's see how how it gonna go.
Right.
So I was on the Men's Advisory Council. It's called MAC, Men's Advisory Council. We the ones that can go around from cell to cell and talk to different people. If they got a complaint, we can document the complaint, and we the ones that take it up to the front office and do all that old stuff. So, the Mexicans have one, the blacks have one, the whites have one, and the others have one.
Right.
Others are any race that's not black, white, or Mexican.
Right.
So anyway, one they sent the homie Spider from Compton Swamps. They sent the homie back to the block from lockup. He was involved in the melee. So when I get to the homie cell, I'm like, dang, cub, what's going on? What they talking about? So the homie tell me, like, cub, man, they talking about, man, they gonna kick it off, they gonna keep it going, they gonna do this and this. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, cub, what's up? He like, man, as soon as my gate wreck, man, I'm finna take off. I'm like, for real, cuz? I'm like, man, bump it. I'm going with you, homie. Cuz, I'm going with you. He like, oh, that's what's happening. That's what's up. So when I go back to the cell, I go to the cube, and I get two big old giant plastic trash bags from the police. I need two of them. So he give them to me. I go back to the cell. I tell my cellie, I'm like, here, cuz, I put them in there. I say, man, go and pack our stuff up. He like, what's up? I'm like, cuz, we taking off in the morning. We taking off. He like, we gonna take. I'm like, he like, you playing? I'm like, no, cuz, on the game. We finna take off.
Right.
So boom, when I come back to the cell later on, he done packed out. He asked me what's up. I gave him the rundown. So I start shooting kites out to the homies all around the tier, letting them know, cuz, hey, when we come out tomorrow, because we was on like semi-lockdown where they was letting 2 blocks out at the time just to see how it was gonna go. I say, cuz, when we go out tomorrow, we're gonna take off. So I got it to Bloods too. So boom, I got it to homeboy dude named Mad Blood from Lincoln Park, Piru in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
So I got it, cuz. I'm like, hey, homie, y'all gonna ride too? So he like, yeah, homie, you know what I'm saying? We gonna ride too, Tune. You know what's up. I'm like, cool. So when we get to the yard the next day, I say, look, this is what we gonna do. When they say yard recall, we just gonna rush these fools, cuz we gonna do what we gonna do. We whatever weapons we had, we took them to the yard and all that. Bet. So the Crips was on the handball court, and the Bloods was over there by the shift office. They was gonna take off on that side of the yard, and the Crips gonna take off on this side of the yard. So cool. So when we peeped, it wasn't numbered about like 6, 7 Mexicans on their side of the handball court. But now what I forgot, 5 minutes before they have yard recall, they got the little horn that go off, let everybody know, right, go ahead and start going to your buildings. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because we finna go ahead and have the yard locked down. So by the time the yard recall, it's about, it's 20, 30 Mexicans over here. It made no difference. We was deep anyway. So I had a couple of homies went to hee-hawing, and you know what I'm saying, no, cuz, man, look, when I'm on the yard, homie, I'm from Avalon, homie. If you from Avalon and I'm finna take off, you don't have no choice. You gonna go. All my homies from my set gonna go. Now from another set and you doing something different, that's whatever. But now all Avalons must go. So when the yard recall, we rushed. Boom, there it go. We getting down, we going at it. You know what I'm saying? The Bloods on their side of the yard doing what they do. They getting down. So the little homie, so when they start shooting, the little homie got a little homie named Duck from Trey Facel in Pomona. He got 2 Mexicans on him. But so we finna rush, because we down on the ground. Once you hit the ground, if you jump up off the ground, they gonna hit you with that mini. They gonna hit you with that thing. But 2 Mexicans on the homie. So me and another homie, we jumped up, cuz we go to rush up over there. But now you can see holes this big popping in the wall from where they shooting. Boom, boom, get out. And because the homie up against the wall, but they tried the police shooting. So the Mexicans got up both of them. The homie laid down. So boom, here come the goon squad. You know what I'm saying? They coming. I'm easing off around the wall. Because I remember when I was easing off, I remember a Mexican told me, hey, where you going, Holmes? Where you going? I'm like, fool, I got to get away. I say, I got fight today, live to fight another day. I'll see you at a later date. So boom, I ease back around. So that the police go to cuffing fools up and searching. They gonna search and look for stab wounds, cut wounds, or bruises or whatever.
Right.
So but like I told you, this was a brand new prison, and it was a black ran prison. Most of the police from the warden on down was black. So when the black police got to me, he cuffed me up, he rolled me over. I didn't have nothing, but I had a beanie on. And so when he pushed my beanie up some, I had a scratch right here. So he like, what's up with that? I told him, I say, man, I was on the iron pile doing pullovers, and my arm gave out, and the weight kind of scratched my head.
Right.
So he looked at me. He like, man, he say, "No, big man, you was in that, huh? Don't lie to me, man. Don't lie to me, man." So I looked at him. I didn't bump it, homie. So I say, hey, man, it is what it is. This Crip, you know what I'm saying? So the police, it's a black, police. He said, man, he pulled my beanie back down. He said, man, you know what, man, don't trip. He said he took the cuffs off me. He said, just stay right here, don't move. So they cuffed all the Mexicans up that they thought was involved. They cuffed all the blacks up that they thought was involved. Boom, got them off the yard. They ran everybody back into the building for locked us down. So boom, Marcelli Stacks was one of the ones who got caught, went and was going to the hole, going to lock up. So I'm sitting in the cell. As I'm sitting in the cell, one of the counselors brought me a slip. And a slip, we call them trans-pack slips. That's let you know that, if you had asked for a transfer, that it's finna come through. And right. I had forgot. Yeah, I had forgot. They had opened up a new prison called Ironwood. And either Ironwood or Calipatria, one of those two prisons had just opened up. And I wanted to go to it because it was new too. Right. And I put in for the transfer and I forgot. But now here the transfer then came through. So now here it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get transferred. So I'm like, dang, I got away though. So unbeknownst to me, shocking, they let the kitchen workers out. So when I seen them let the kitchen workers out, I'm like, hold up. And, I know they ain't finna let us go to chow. Right. Make a long story short, they did. They let us go to chow. So I tell the homie Steve-O from 6-0, I tell him, I holler, I couldn't get a kite to him real quick. So I tell him, you know what I'm saying? Mwezi, Kiwi. Mwezi, like, homie, Kiwi mean Crip. Hey, Mwezi, hey, Kiwi. So I tell him, Mimi Kwenda Kupiga Lima Hinda. That's Swahili, you know what I'm saying? Our prison system, we speak, we learn to speak Swahili. So I tell him, Mimi Kwenda Kupiga Lima Hinda. That's, what I said to him is, I'm gonna hit a Mexican. I'm gonna hit a Mexican. So he like, you know what I'm saying? Asante, like that mean like thank you, like, I'm saying, okay, thank you, okay, cool. Right. Cool. So I'm still kind of like wondering, dang, are they gonna let us out? Man, they racked the tier. So boom, we going to chow. So immediately in this type of situation, each group is gonna group up. So the Mexicans grouped up, they went out first, then the white boys went out, then we went out. So I'm telling the homies, I'm like, cuz, man, boom, 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 boom. So as I'm walking, I come past the gym and I come past the church. And I look into the churches, the door was glass. I see all the homies, Crips and Bloods. I see all the homies in the church, like they hollering, Tune, cuz, what's up? Man, Tune, what's up? I'm like, dang, homie, what y'all? Man, you got away, huh? But so I'm till now, I ain't got away in my mind. No, I ain't got away. So I'm trying to tell them. I'm telling them, nah, y'all hold on, cuz I'm coming. Y'all hold up. I'm coming. Just hold up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the one kicked it off. Right. So I ain't finna let my people. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? They done caught cases. Now everybody going to lock up, but me, and I'm the one kicked. No, you lock. My mentality is, cuz, bump that. You locked him up. I'm going to jail too. I'm going to lock up too. Right. So when we get in the kitchen, I'm waiting. So we got 5 rows of table. I'm looking down the row of tables. Ain't no Mexicans, but one. It's one little Mexican. He way down at the end. I'm like, dang. So I'm telling the homies, I'm like, cuz, I'm gonna get him. So I need a distraction because like I say, in our prison system, guns in the kitchen. They'll lay you down in the kitchen. You get you get into it. Yeah. You'll learn to eat off the floor real quick in California prison. Yeah, because when they get out, you got to lay down on the ground. I used to reach up there, get my tray. I'm on the ground still eating. Bump that. So, yeah, because you just can't, like in our system, you can't just get up, like say, like if you drop your spoon on the ground, you just can't get up and go get a spoon. No, police gonna trip. Man, hold on. Didn't I tell y'all to move? Get on out of here.
Hey, if y'all up in here, hit that like button, man.
Man, they're my cats, homie. They're my little children.
Oh,
But
you
anyway,
good? You good?
so I tell the homie Monster from Altadena Block. You know what I'm saying? I say, cuz I need a distraction, homie, so I can take off on this fool down here on the end of this road. He couldn't really do nothing at the time, so I'm like, bump it. I got to figure something else out. So I say, well, when they release all this whole row, because they usually release a whole row, I'm just gonna take off then. But they releasing us one table at a time, and I'm the first table. I'm like, dang, cuz. So I'm walking, and he at the last table. So I'm walking. So boom, I see him. So I start walking real slow, real slow. I'm like, I gotta let this fool catch up to me.
Right.
So it was a black dude. He was a BGF. Now BGF is a militant prison gang that's in California. They not Crips or Bloods. They're militant. They're a black militant prison gang. So dude name was Zulu. He walked past me. He say yeah, young brother. He said, I know what you finna do. I say, hey homie, you know it is what it is, cuz. He said, oh, you know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, Black Power, homie, do what you do. He kept on walking. So right when I got back to the block, the little Mexican was just catching up with me. He was just catching up with me. So I kind of waited a little bit. So right as he go to pass by me to go, you know, it's called a rotunda. You know, you got the front door, then you got a long hallway that opens up into the block.
Right.
And they got a flap. They got like a see-through plastic floor with the flap that the police in the tower can move back and see guns and shoot you. Pull back and shoot you if you want to. So I was like, dang, I gotta, you gotta set it up where you at a certain area. So I posted up at the front door. So as soon as he go to pass by me, he looked up at me, had to say, hey, what's up, Holmes? I took off. I didn't have no weapon in there. I just took off. Bam, 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 bam. So boom, he dropped, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting him, them state boots on it. Boom, right. Police front. I hear the flap go up. Now, one thing about getting into it in the California prison, you got to listen. You got to listen for a block gun. The block gun is like, it looked like a sawed-off gauge, but it shoot blocks. And then you got to listen to when they say the next one is live. That means they finna hit you with that Mini 14. Or you got to listen for that flap. When you hear that flap fall back, they finna pop you with that heat.
Right.
So I'm trying to do my due diligence and listen for that flap. I heard the flap. So when I heard the flap, I spin around on the wall, but I'm still trying to work it. Here come the rest of the police. He come out the other window. I ain't had no choice but to get on the ground. So make a long story short, they cuff us up. Now he bleeding in the face, so they think I stuck him, but I didn't. I didn't have no weapon at the time. But when I hit him right here in the glasses, his glasses broke and it cut him. So anyway, they booted us, took us across the yard, took him to the infirmary. They got me on the wall. But at the same time they got me on the wall, one block, because I'm in 2 blocks, 1 block is releasing to go eat. The homies took off in 1 block. But now they took off with that heat. They took off with that fire. Right. So they stabbed one. Boom, 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 boom. And it was the homie Ike from Grape Street and the homie Loco from Harlem. No, Psycho, not Loco, Psycho from Harlem. So boom, now they run, the police running over there because the alarm going off. Alarm went off. So they, make a long story short, they locked us all up. Now in California prison, we back here in the lockup. It's straight. It was straight gladiator. Boom, because the police playing games. The police putting us on the rec yard with each other. We getting into it every day. They have 2-3 fights in the morning. Boom, they have 2-3 fights in the afternoon. Nothing else. 2-3 fights in the morning. And they actually, they got popcorn watching it on the videos. Because now when it was my turn to go to the yard, man, they got old white women. They done brought down from the front office. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like we righteous slaves on an auction block. Yeah, I walk past old white hoe. And back then, I was, I'm big now, but I was super big back then. It was pretty though then. Old white hoe looking at me, salivating at the mouth, like, I want to buy this one. Then she had the nerve to ask me, are you going to put on a good show?
Oh man.
Yeah, man. And see, but now with my mentality I had back then, I wasn't, I wasn't intelligent to peep it. So I'm like, yeah. All I want to do is go out there and, get my bump on with a so-called enemy. So we did. Boom, we come in. But now, after so long, Me and the SA, because I was calling shots over the Crips and lock up. So a SA got at me and say, "Hey, homie, you know why we keep fighting each other? You know, and they laughing at us. They hee and ha ha. Let's take it to them." So I thought about it. I'm like, man, you know what? You're right. So I got it to Bloods. So we coordinated to where the next morning we was gonna keep our trays at breakfast and we was gonna flood and do all that. And that's what happened. Make a long story short, the police, we started messing up on them that morning. At 6 o'clock that night, it was 6 o'clock that night, the goon squad came.
Right.
And they did over 100 cell extractions. I mean, they beat all behind. I didn't give a damn. By this time, I was in a single man cell because I was, you know, I ain't gonna lie, homie, I was throwing piss, doo-doo, and everything I could on the police.
Right.
Because I told you they shot my homeboy Stacks, and we was hot. Well, we was hot about that. We took the whole tier hostage. The police had to put on rain suits, come with plastic glass, slide down the tier just to give us a sack lunch. Cause we it was called gassing back then. We was gassing them about shooting the homie.
Right.
And so when us and the Mexicans hooked up, it was a sight to see. The police started doing cell extractions that night at 6 o'clock. They didn't stop till 6 o'clock that morning. We fought the police for 12 hours straight. They finally got us out, maced us, beat us up, kicked us around as they usual, shipped us all to different prisons, and you know it was what it was. But now you know that's one of my little prison stories.
Oh man, you got any either good or bad experiences from anybody from Texas, like that you met, like your first time meeting somebody from Texas?
No, you know what, homie? Look, hold on. This guy down the had all I can take. If you don't get your butt out of here, don't come back in here. And I'm so sick of these goddamn cats, man. I love them to death. But woo, they get on my nerves sometimes. Man, you know what? Man, I have never. You know what? Other than Charleston White and Dewberry, homie, I ain't never met nobody from Texas I didn't like. I done met some stomped down cats. I'm on real talk, homie. I done met some real stomped down riders from out of Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you know a lot of them, you know, be locked up in our system, and you know they had. I like them because they had heart. You know what I'm saying? They was about that fight. They about that fight game. And everybody know that's one thing about brothers out of Texas. They can fight. They gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? They can fight. And I just was doing time with my homeboy Will. He was out of, you know, he was 6'0" Crip out of San Antonio. Oh, Will. And man, Will was cool as a fan, homie. He was cool as a fan. I met one little dude from Texas. Man, look, he was so goddamn cool. He worked in the laundry with me. This was back in like 91 or 92. He worked in the laundry with me. Man, that was my goddamn partner, boy. He was my end if he didn't get no bigger, man. But right. Yeah, man, everybody I ever met out of Texas, you know, physically met, man, was cool.
Oh no, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's because I don't want people to think, oh, it's Texas versus Cali. Like, nah, like you rock with Texas all day, and you know we rock with y'all also. See that's that thing Charleston White and Dewberry trying to get started. That's, you know, and it's silly, it's stupid because it don't make no sense. Man, what it look like? The two biggest states in the United States, Texas and California, talk about beefing. Come on, man, that's ignorant. That's dumb. You got so many people that live in Texas that's from California that it don't make no sense because everybody in Cali is moving to Texas. Let me say, I'm gonna tell you what I know for a fact because I'm from Cali. Man, everybody in Cali is talking about moving to Texas because the prices in California are so high, man. I'm talking about, man, the cost of living is retarded in California. So, you know, man, we getting up out of there, man. Folks getting up out of there, homie. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they was all going to Las Vegas. They was going, but now Las Vegas then turned into a little LA. Don't nobody want to go there no more. So now it's all about Texas, man. Everybody is going to Texas. I don't, you know, no certain city or whatever, but everybody is going to Texas. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got a sister that lives in Fort Worth. I got 3 cousins live in Dallas. My son live in San Antonio. So, you know, I'm like, boom. And I had plans on, I told my son, I say, hey, man, give me a few more years. I'm on my way to Texas. Right. Yeah. So, you know,
Man, ain't no such thing. It's retarded to even look at the concept of a California Texas beef. But you got retarded people that listen to Charleston White lies and this narrative that he makes up, and he got a lot of them on that stupid stuff, man.
Right.
I can't be on it like that. You know what I'm saying? My mama from Texas. My mama was born and raised in Texas before she moved to California. My whole my mother's side of the family, they all from Waco, Texas. You know what I'm saying? And they moved to California. So ain't no such thing as a California Texas beef. Man, that's retarded, man.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. Do you also I had a good one for you. What about man? I just had to oh, okay. How did you feel about I gotta ask you this thing. How did you feel about Charleston when that Charleston White when he was riding around the city? Like it can't be good, like you know what I mean? But like how what was your reaction on that?
Him riding around the city?
Yeah.
Man, that's a bad look, homie. I mean, to me, that's a bad look. He making them cats, as far as I'm concerned. This is my opinion. He making them cats look real weak, man. Cause all the trash he talked now when he first started disrespecting Crips and Bloods, come on, man. You from Fort Worth. That's where Crips and Bloods in Texas first started, in Fort Worth. So that's a very gang oriented city. And they sit there and let this man jump on the airwaves and say what he say and did what he did and do what he do, and they let it go. He couldn't have did it in Cali, but now it is what it is. But now, hey, my thing is the way he do Percy, man. I hate it. I can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? And
Percy, man, real talk.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I rock with Percy, man. I like that cat. I really like it. And I be feeling some type way for real, because I be like, man, that man, what, man, I ain't gonna lie, homie. Hey, no, I ain't gonna say that, but anyway, he be, the stuff he be saying. I had your brother killed, talked about the man mama, talked about the man kids, talked about his passed away brother, talked about him. And he just did, he did too, he doing too much, man. And my thing is, sometimes it get to a point, homie, where enough is enough. He could not. Now I'm gonna show you the dynamics of South Central. He could not. Now, even if he was from South Central, if he was born and raised in LA, the same narrative that he's been on for the last couple of years, he could not have lived in LA like he living in where he living right now, Texas, and said the things he said on the internet and done the things he's done on the internet and acted the way he's acted on the internet and lived in LA. Man, we'd have killed that boy Dirt Dog dead, homie. He'd have been dead. Man, we'd have cut his house in half, his mama house in half. He wouldn't have had to put his address on the airways, which he would not have, because the mentality in South Central was way different, homie. Man, that man would have been shot completely to shreds. He would look like a polka dot sheet when the homies would have got through with him. You can't do that, man. And then here it is, you singled out one certain person, like the way he singled out Percy and went at him like that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Right. Man, it would have been gunplay on the runway, homie. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look, man, out there in LA, man, they, you know what I'm saying, homie, they run around killing each other because you got on a different color piece of material in your pocket. Right. So you don't think they gonna kill you when you done disrespected everything sacred to them? Homie, he know what he doing. He know he in the right place and the right spot to do what he doing. So it is what it is.
Oh yeah. I definitely understand it. Oh, and this is what I had on. Could you give me like a story like about just like being from Avalon, like some like if I've never been there before, like could you give me a story of something like even if it's not about you or somebody that or what I'm saying, something that's big and why Avalon is what I'm saying, so iconic.
Oh shoot, I really can't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm trying. Well, to be honest with you, homie, I can't really understand the question. But if you asking me about my set,
right? Yeah,
homie. Avalon, cuz Listen, because Avalon is one of the oldest sets in LA. You know what I'm saying? You know, Crippin started on the east side of South Central. And we on the east side, we east siders. And we one of the first sets that, you know, had a name, because, you know, of course, when it first started, it was numbered East Side Crips, West Side Crips.
Right.
And you know, around, you know, 71, 72, you know, dudes started adopting names, you know, started adopting streets. So, you know, Avalon came out back then, and we one of the first ones. And we've been around for a long time, homie, you know. And when Raymond started, when he started pushing this East Coast narrative, I'm quite sure, you know, one of the biggest sets in LA is the East Coast Crips. Right. And you know, when Raymond started pushing that, you know, he wanted the whole East Side to unite and become, you know, East Coast Crips. So, you know, trips being made to different sets, and dudes talking, hey, cuz y'all gonna turn these codes, we were one of the sets that was like, no, homie, you know what I'm saying? We Avalon, we gonna stick with Avalon. You know, y'all do what y'all gonna do, and we gonna do it. So, you know, we stuck with the Avalon Gangsta Crips. And you know, since then, it is, you know, we've been around. Now that's the thing about LA. A lot of people don't realize, you know, in LA, Crips are Crips' worst enemy.
Right.
You know, and the way it is now, you got Crip sets that would, you know, drive 1,000 miles around their hereditary blood enemy set. You know, whatever the closest blood set to them that they grew up beefing with, they don't even pay no attention to them no more. They'll drive completely around them to go get at the enemy Crip set that they get into it with. And that's how it is, man. You know, Crips hate Crips. It's the metamorphed. It metamorphed into that. You feel me? You know, all these sets in LA, they still hollering Crip. They got Crip on the end of it, but it don't mean nothing to them like that no more. You know what I'm saying? That's just a word now. It seems like, you know, whoop de whoop whoop Crip, or whoop de whoop Crip, or whoop de whoop Crip, whatever it is. But the only thing they care about now is the first two, you know, the first one, or, you know, 2 or 3 numbers in front of it, or the first street name in front of it. That's all that matters. Just Crip just happen to be something that's on the end of it nowadays. And you know, in LA, man, the dynamics are so, you know, watered down and twisted. You got Crip sets that team up with blood sets to go against other Crip sets.
Right.
And it's wild. I'm talking about it's really different. It's different.
And all right, speaking of that, like, okay, what's you got a story on, like, just the coolest blood person you met? You know what I'm saying? That you got to know.
The coolest?
Or there's somebody that you rock with?
Oh man, it's so many, man. That's one thing about going to prison. You know, now when you in YA, you know what I'm saying, you know, juvenile prison, you know, everything is gang. You know, you gang banging Crip and blood stuff every day. That's how it is. You kids, so you into that. But now once you hit the prison system, you know, back when I first started coming, the homies would let you know coming through the front door, hey, look, hey, that set tripping gang banging stuff, we don't do it here, homie. You got to put that to the side right now. We got too many problems. We trying to deal with these Mexicans, so we ain't got time to be beefing with each other because you a Crip and he a blood. So, you know, I learned early in the days to put that to the side, especially when you in there and you depending on this blood dude to have your back. Or here it is, you got some blood dudes that save your life when, you know, other races done tried to get at you. So it's hard to, you know, it's kind of hard to go back to the streets and fall back into that same mentality of, oh, I don't like bloods or whatever. It's you know, it's hard to fall back into that when you've done so much time. But man, over the years, man, I met a lot of bloods, man, that I'm you know, I was like cool with, like one, for instance, like my partner Loco, my partner Joker Loco from VNG, the Van Ness Gangsters. You know what I'm saying? You know, me and him, we rock. The boy Get Down from Six Dudes Brim. We rock. Let me see. Coming on. You know, it's a few. It's a few, like the boy MB. We call him MB, but his name Mad Blood from Lincoln Park in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? We was real cool. Oh man, it's a lot of them, homie. It's a few. It's a lot. It's quite a few of them that I rightfully rock with.
No, that's a fact. I be wanting to get definitely all aspects. And all right, and whenever you was like, one of the times that you was in, like, what was the worst like time that you were there, like as far as like conditions wise, where was like, cause I be like saying like conditions be crazy.
Like being nasty and all. You know,
Yeah,
the worst time was when I was doing time in Alabama prison. Alabama, that man, that's the boy. That man, man. Listen, that's the most sorriest spot you ever want to do time in. Do not ever, 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 ever get caught in Alabama and go to prison. It's
right.
horrible. It's horrible. The food is horrible. The mentality is horrible, and it's just different, man. I did so much time there. I didn't learn to get used to it, but I learned to become I ain't gonna even say accepting of it. I just learned to ignore it. I remember like my first day, my first day in prison in Alabama. Um, I made it to the prison. I put my stuff in my room, and I came and sat on the chairs.
Right.
About 20 minutes later, two dudes walked up on me, and they was like, "Hey, homie, man, who in here from California?" So, quite naturally, man, I jumped up and D'd up. I didn't have no weapon at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I jumped up, with attitude, with my fist bar. I'm like, "Cuz, I'm from Cali. What's up?" I'm thinking it's finna be some drama or something,
Right.
But come to find out, the two dudes that approached me was from LA too. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had told them, "Hey, man, you got a homeboy from LA. It just came in the block." So they come to find me. So we go to chopping it up. Boom, 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 boom. One was from 60, and one was from Schoolyard. So we go to Chipping. So come on, homie, let's go to the yard. We went to the yard. So we walked through the gym and went onto the big yard. And as soon as we stepped out the door, it's two dudes was wrestling. They getting into it. They wrestling and they getting into it. So when I see it, I dove on the ground. I dove and laid on the ground. And so the homies looking at me like, "Cuz, what's up with you? What you doing?" I say, "Man, y'all better move, cuz they finna shoot. They finna shoot." And so the police, my homies would talk about, "Cuz, who finna shoot? Where?" I'm like, "The gunner." So I'm on the ground. I'm looking up. I'm looking for the gunner. Ain't no gun. They don't got no guns in prison in Alabama,
Right.
So they say, "Cuz, man, you ain't in the Cali prison. Get up." They don't do that. And see, in Alabama prison, they wrestle, play, fight, kick, and do all that all day long. You can't do none of that in a California prison. None of Look, California prison so strict. Everybody got to walk the same direction on the track. You better
Right.
not turn around and walk the other direction. Police gonna lay the yard down because they think you finna pull a stunt. And you can't even run on the yard in California prison. If you're running, you got to be on the track. Ain't no running across the yard, through the yard, no none of that. Police gonna check that immediately. And so I'm thinking that these fools getting down, they playing. So I get up, I dust myself off. I'm like, "Dang, cuz, that's how to go out here." They like, "Yeah." So we walk after about an hour, we walk back in the gym, and it was a gym worker. He got a broom in his hand, gym worker. He talking to now the gym worker, black dude. He talking to a white police. So when I hear the conversation. So he telling the white police, he say, "Hey, man, I ain't finna be doing all this work by myself. You them ends over there just sitting around doing nothing. He said, that use the N-word, Nigga. But he said this to the white police. And I look, so I tell the two homies, I'm like, "Dang, cuz, did you hear that?" They like, "Hear what?" That fool talking to the white boy, man, said the N-word. So I'm like, "What?" Man, that blowed my wig, man. You ain't gonna never hear that in a California prison. In fact, when you come into Cali prison, now it's a little different now, but back when I was coming in, that was the first thing you was gonna get out your vocabulary was that N-word. You finna know. Not on our
Hold on,
yard.
hey, hold on. I don't even mean to cut you off. We got OG Percy. Show no mercy in here, man. This is iconic. We got a cartoon in here, man. Hey, go ahead, man. Go pop your shit, OG.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
So
okay,
what's
okay,
up, Percy?
okay, okay. Salute, King.
He was definitely showing you love, as far as you know what I'm saying, he Team Percy, you know, we was talking about the Charleston White situation and all that, you know, he definitely had to speak up on that, you know what I mean? So it's definitely love, you know what I'm saying, having you on here for real.
Already. I like what he talking about though. He said some real shit. He caught my ear with one thing when he said, cause niggas, that's one thing niggas don't pay attention to when they get locked up. But that nigga prison you describing, you better never get locked up in Texas. Yeah, down south, that roll off their lips regular. But one thing he was saying something about unity when it comes to black niggas, when it comes to the penitentiary, man. When we get in there, we the only race that segregates ourselves from each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be blood, everybody want to be Crip, everybody want to be GD, everybody want to be Boss Claude, everybody want to be a part. That's all we saying to each other. You understand me? But when the shit go down and niggas paying attention, the Mexicans ain't gonna ask what the fuck you is when it jump out.
Right.
They not gonna ask you a blood, Crip, or a Vice Lord. They gonna come in that motherfucker like this.
Yeah.
Shit like this. You hear me? They gonna come in that business shit like this, ready for war. You hear me? Understand me? And niggas gonna be sitting around wondering who gonna help who. Who they here to get.
That's real.
Nigga, they ain't here to get everybody. They ain't here to get everybody. What niggas don't understand, when they come in, who they get? Oh, they getting into it with the Bloods. Oh, they into it with the GDs. Now, they into it with the niggas. Yeah. That's what they mean. They into it. I'm gonna take that word out. They into it with the blacks. Cause it's only 3 gangs in penitentiary. And it's black, white, and brown.
Right.
You understand me? Them the only, but niggas don't get that. That's what caught my ear when I was listening, huh? So I'm glad he said that though. That's real talk, brother. Understand me? But the sad thing, to reverse psychology, we not in the penitentiary no more. You understand me? The reverse psychology, we are in the penitentiary still because this world is more institutionalized than anything out here. You hear me?
That's real.
Understand me? The same game. I see you in the same situation. I mean, it's just like being in jail. When a nigga see me doing my thing, it's always a nigga on lockup want to try to move a nigga out the way. Brother, it ain't gonna never be a white boy coming there and try to get down on you. It ain't gonna never be no Mexican coming there and try to get down on you. It's gonna be your own kind try to come in there and get down on you.
Right.
But we already in a fucked up situation. So that penitentiary shit, I did that shit all my life. I've been to prison all my motherfucking life. That ain't shit to brag about. I missed out on a whole lot out here. You hear me? Understand me? That motherfucker fucked me up. I just found out, hell, I could have really got a check. I'm crazy for real. I was, hold on. Hold on. Yeah. I was crazy. I was, hey, I don't know what happened. God is good to me. You hear me? So, that's the only thing that got me right, because I know the only thing to change your life, you got to change your mind. But, my thing is this, any nigga that keep doing the same thing and expect something different, gotta be insane. You gotta be crazy. Any brother that keep doing the same thing and expect something different, you keep sticking your fucking head in that fire and thinking it ain't gonna burn, keep doing it. You gotta be crazy.
Right.
It's gonna burn you every motherfucking time. I'm saying that to say this, me going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I had to be crazy. I kept doing the same thing, expecting something different, but nothing changed. You hear me? Until I changed my mind and I left prison in prison, I've been able to stay home 11 years now. You hear me? Yeah, 11 years. That's what I brag about. Fuck out, I did 30 years, nigga. I just did 20. Nigga, I just did 30. Well, that just let me know how much far you behind, nigga. You hear me? That let me know how much life you done wasted and missed it out on, because I'm fucked up. I'm 52 now, and goddamn, I'm in the 4th quarter. Goddamn, I wish I could, go back a little bit. They say, would you have done something different? You goddamn right. I wouldn't have gangbanged and still been a square business nigga. You hear me? I wouldn't have to go through all that other shit and still be square business like the rest of these so-called. You hear me? Without the lashes on the back, without the goddamn me whipping from the master. Yeah, I've been to the slave camp. It's slavery down here in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's slavery. It's real live slavery. We was the last niggas to know that slavery was over And we still the last nigga. And what they don't know, if y'all thought white folks was gonna give up slavery, y'all a motherfucking fool. Hell no. Too much revenue in the penitentiaries. Oh, in the plantations. Y'all call them penitentiaries. They plantations.
Right.
They not penitentiaries. They plantations. They know where. And this is the sad part about it, bro. Niggas ain't gonna find out that slavery ain't over till they get there. You hear me?
Real.
Yeah. That's why these niggas fuck all that coming on from the penitentiary. That's why these brothers be screaming free world now. Yeah. Free world. Yeah, I'm in the free world. I'm free. Sound like a whole slave again. Yeah, because you know you been in shackles and chains some motherfucking world. Niggas they just snap you back. You gonna come on, the niggas gonna come on wearing bail bottom. Because they don't know what the fuck going on in life right now. You get what I'm saying? And I'm fucked up in the head because real talk. But the sad thing, I see that you had an altercation with hold on. Let me get change. We don't, I don't mention names on here because I'm a nigga that I don't let niggas live in my head rent free. Let me get a brother some game right there. Never let a nigga live in your head rent free that don't pay the state. What I mean by that, a lot of niggas live rent free in niggas' head. What I mean by that, niggas wake up thinking about niggas, talking about niggas. Nigga, I'm doing this today. Live that nigga sitting up in your house like this. You know what I'm saying? Mentally in a nigga head. This nigga right here, shit. He used to live in my head. You hear me?
Yeah.
Nigga right here used to live in my head, goddamn me. Yeah, but I had to change my mind. I couldn't wake up thinking about that nigga every day. This nigga don't pay to stay here. He don't pay to stay. He don't pay a motherfucking thing. Nigga bitch, you don't give me a dime, a quarter, a nickel. But if I can wake up talking about you every day, that means you living this motherfucker living in my head like he live in his head for real. Yeah, like that glass I live in that nigga head for real. Yeah, that nigga was in, I wake up and go off on that nigga, go in on that nigga, whoa, and wait on what he saying. Wait for a reply now. That nigga he's sitting up in my head like this. Ain't worried about a motherfucking thing because he don't pay the state. Any nigga that don't pay the state gonna kick back and put his feet up on your motherfucking cave, on your goddamn table. You hear me? Any nigga that don't pay the state gonna drop food on the floor. Any nigga that don't pay the state gonna leave trash everywhere. He don't give a fuck because he don't pay the state. You hear me? And when you know that they don't give a fuck, you gotta learn how to. Do you know anything about this game, mister? Yeah. You know anything about that? That means you gotta make smarter moves. When you play this game, you gotta be on point. Chess, not checkers. Nigga, I love this gentleman right here because he was saying some real shit, but I've been watching him for the last couple of days to get his raw on. He been getting his raw on. You understand me? And he got proper because. He got proper because. I can't take that from him. You get what I'm saying? But I was just giving you I was just throwing you a little bone in the air. Never let a nigga live in your head rent free.
Oh yeah.
You're a good nigga. I already peeped your game.
And
yes,
back to
you, I'm sorry, y'all. I took up a couple of minutes.
No, homie, shoot, cuz you
know it's love. You know it's love over here. Anytime
you want to come, man, listen. Anytime you want to come in, cuz man, you can come on in with it. But now, but you right about the rent free thing.
I'm sorry about that. Y'all know I ain't playing with you.
No, cuz that's what's up. But now about the rent thing, see, this is my thing. We ain't gonna never ever be able to righteously do to this clown what we really want to do. So now, you know what? I figure, okay, as far as living, I'm gonna live in his head, cuz I'm gonna beat him at his own game. I'm gonna beat him at cuz I'm trying to attack his subscribers, his station, his TikTok, the whole hookup. See, that's how you hurt that clown, cuz you gotta hit him in the pockets. You gotta hit him in what he been trying to build and make. So you know what I'm saying? Because the same way people can subscribe, the same way cuz people can unsubscribe. And I'm at him. You know what I'm saying? Because I done made it my vendetta, cuz my mission, my all that, cuz of like shine light on that clown. I want people, you know what I'm saying, to rightly start waking up, looking at this clown like, hey man, we don't like you no more. We don't rock with you no more. You know what I'm saying? We see what they saying about you. You fake, you a fraud, you a phony. So you know what? That's how you got to hit that fool with them words, homie. And I'm at him. I ain't gonna go away. I ain't gonna leave him alone. I ain't gonna stop. None of that, cuz. None of that. You feel me? I'm at him. I wanted the same way I made Dewberry tap out with his big old sorry behind. The same way he tapped out, cuz that clown Charlene White gonna tap out, homie. You know, I want some tapping. You know, hey, let me show you something. I know for a fact I live in his head, cuz that fool jumped on the internet and told me, I hate you, cartoon. I want to kill you. I want to kill your kids. I said, oh shoot, I'm seeing some cracks. It's starting to crack. It's starting to crack. Oh yeah.
Black don't crack.
Ah.
Black don't crack. Black don't crack. I'm sorry to say, hey, I don't support your mission at all. That I'm not on that. But at the same time, I know what you headed at. But you know, let me give you a word to the wise. When I pulled up and I pulled on that block that you was on right now, the sign said no outlet.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? The sign said no outlet. You know what I'm saying? That mean that's a, so you know what a no outlet mean, right? You got your driver license, right?
Yeah.
So you should know where I'm going with this. Keep up with the balls while I'm speaking. Keep up with the ball. Yeah, you got your driver license, right? So you should know where I'm going with this. The sign say no outlet. So that any sign that say no outlet, what that mean? When you pull on that street and the sign say no outlet.
What it mean? You can't go through?
Oh, let me give you some game then.
Dead end.
That means it's a dead end at the end.
Can't go through. Yeah.
Dead end, it's a circle, it's a turnaround. You can go down through there, but it's a dead end. That's a bar. That's a bar. I might go over your head a little bit, but the ball heads know what I'm talking about. I feel what you said. You got your job, but watch this. Let me tell you something, big brother. Niggas look better when they don't throw wood on the fire.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
That's why you know, they said this might sound weak to the wise. If you got any, you gotta have something to do this though. Love kills everything. You hear me? Yeah. Nigga, hey, nigga, if he mad, I'm mad too. Well, guess what? He gonna continue to win because guess what? That's his game. You can't play his one thing I know I learned this about an old man that sung in the choir one time. He said, I said, is he singing that song right? He sure sound like he had a key and shit like that. He said, you can't tell a man how to sing his song. That's his song. You understand me? He gonna sound good singing his song because guess what? He wrote that, he made that. That's his song. He can never hit a bad note when it's his song. You get what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what a nigga say, what a nigga do. Shit, guess what? The thing about that, you gonna start sounding like his song, you gonna sing it like him? Goddamn it, or don't sing it at all. Because that's his song. He can never go wrong singing his shit. He gonna sound good. It sound bad to us, but that's the way the song goes.
Right.
Because that's his song. So I'm just letting you know, your mission it's not a dead end, but it is because many that try to do what you do, but the only thing that does to him is build him up. It builds him up. It gives him superpower to see you on that motherfucker. With hey, everybody and they mama done said what you done said, but I play this with the nigga. You understand me? I play a different game. It's real in the fields down here. I can't play his game. If I play his game, I'm gonna end up in the penitentiary. Yeah. I mean, watch this. His game's so sneaky, nigga. Nigga, this what happened to rats in my house. You hear me? This is what happened to rats in my house, nigga. You know,
Yeah.
This is what happened to rats where I come from. You know, they get the ears cut off of them. Even Mickey Mouse. We don't fuck with rats. In no type of way. Rats can Mickey Mouse, nobody else can stay in this motherfucker. We don't fuck with rats, nigga. Tom, Jeb, none of them. We don't fuck with them. I'm saying that to say this. The man is this guy right here. That's his game. You can't sing his song because you don't got one of these. You can see clearly. He can't. You understand me? But if you start looking like he looking, your vision gonna get blurry itself. You did what I'm saying?
Let me
You
show
on
you
the
something.
right track. You on the right train.
Oh
Just stay
yeah.
on the right track.
See,
You on the right train.
let
You
me
on the
show you
right
something.
train. Just stay
Yeah,
on the right track.
let me show you something about this cat. You know, I had a couple of people ask me, say, man, the only way you can like is, and it's sort of along like what you saying. Oh, cuz man, you got to cuss him out and do this. No, man, I'm not. That's his thing. Hollering and screaming,
Yeah.
over talking you, cussing you out. I say, I can't for one. See, I don't even cuss, so I can't beat him at that. I don't do no screaming and hollering. I can't beat him at that. I can't cuss him out.
Okay.
I can't beat him at that, homie. I say, but now at the end of the day, cuz if you make sense long enough, eventually the same way he won people over, it's gonna be the same way people gonna start being won over against him. You know what I'm saying? Now, one of my homies say, cuz you better bring a sack lunch because it's gonna be a minute.
Yeah.
I say, homie, hey, he didn't get to where he was overnight. I say, I ain't finna leave him alone, no. I say, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like killing him with kindness. I say, I'm gonna talk about him intelligently. I ain't gonna never, do all that. I say, cuz, but in the end, he gonna feel it though. He gonna, cause like every day he in my comments. Oh, he talking about, oh, you didn't get that many views, big man. Oh, you didn't get that. See, that let me know he watching. That let me know he own it. He peeping it. I ain't gonna leave him alone though. Cause I seen some people that rightfully was on my head about messing with him, calling me out my name, telling me I'm hating, you tripping, you doing this, doing that. But some of them saying, now that was 2 weeks ago. Some of them same people though. Some of them same people done got back in the comments. Man, you know what, big bro? I was mad at you at first, but now I started listening to what you were saying. I started analyzing it, and you dead right about that dude, man. You dead right. See, that let me know you got some people out there that's listening, homie. They listening. Like I say, it ain't gonna be no overnight, but I'm in it for the long haul.
Well, when I went, I was on the STG unit down here in Texas. I was on the STG unit down here in Texas. STG down here stands for Security Threat Group. They said that's where they send all the bad actors. And let them kill each other off. We don't give a fuck. Whatever they do with each other, fuck them, kill them, let them do what they do with each other. They drop them off on this little island called Ferguson. Yeah. Savage Drive. The name, the street name speak for itself. Savage Drive. I'm saying that to say this. When I got there to Ferguson, it was and this is real talk. No disrespect to nobody on Ferguson. But when I got there was a whole bunch of bitch ass shit going on. It's a lot of bitch niggas there. And a handful of real niggas. Keep up with the balls while I'm spitting them. When I got there, it was a handful of, it was a whole bunch of bitch niggas when I got there. A lot of bitch niggas in the crip niggas in there hugging on niggas and rocking with them and hugging up, kissing on them and trying and locking C's and boys messing with boys. Real niggas that was tough was getting jumped on so he wouldn't be tough no more. All type of bullshit, whole shit was going on. Crips had punks and shit like that. And when I got there, that was a whole. That's not. I didn't join a punk gang. I joined a Crip gang, Five Deuce Hoover Crip gang. I didn't join the Boy Scouts. I joined a gang, and I know what I joined it for. And that didn't exist in the gang I came from, or I wouldn't have joined it. I know the rules and regulations. Penitentiary don't make me have to be. I got this like now, nigga. I'm a man. You get what I'm saying? But number one, that's besides the bar. It was a lot of bullshit niggas there, and there was a lot of handful of real niggas. When I got in there and I started weeding out taking the weeds out the grass, when I left Ferguson, it was a whole bunch of real niggas and a few bitch niggas. You hear me? Yeah. When I got there, it was a whole bunch of bitch niggas and just a handful of real niggas. But I learned one thing about the real niggas. The real niggas staying there long enough, we gonna outpower the bitch niggas. You hear me? So when I got there, within that time, we picked out all the bitch niggas. We weeded they bitch asses that got got they bitch ass mo, send them on the airplane, mold them up, send them down the hall. Yeah, Rocky Raccoon, everybody walking around with Rocky Raccoon eyes on, fucking up everything. And guess what? That got rid of the bitch niggas. There's a whole bunch of real niggas. I'm saying that to say this through that little old story. You ain't gonna win that because there's a whole bunch of bitch niggas out here. And that nigga that say something about you, I don't give a fuck what you say to him. I don't give a fuck what you try to pull. I don't give a fuck how you try to reverse psychology, how you try to say this, and I ain't gonna say this. I'm gonna let him do this, and I'm not gonna entertain that. It's not gonna work, because guess what? It's a whole lot of bitch niggas just like that nigga out here, huh?
Oh, that's true.
And guess what? No matter what you say, no matter what, yeah, you might, because guess what? You got people rock with me faithfully. But my saying is this. Sometimes the bad outweigh the good. And I'm saying that to say this. In this day and time that we living in, you got niggas talking about dead folks, man, and niggas support that.
Yeah.
Niggas support that. He get paid. People gonna give you 20 and 30,000 views to see that. You can get on there and say, God is good, bless that man, somebody needs to pray for him. And you have about 10 people listening to you. Saying that to say this. The world rather believe a big lie than a small truth.
Right.
Can I put it like that?
That's real.
They rather believe a big lie than a small truth. You hear me? Because guess what? The truth just don't sound, it's just not exciting enough. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Thanks.
Well, guess what? The lie sound better. Everybody on the lie. Oh, man. And it'll fuck you up. Because guess what? I'm telling you this to say that. We living in Revelation. That's the day and times we living in, homie. Ain't no big mamas no more. Ain't no sugar daddies no more. Don't nobody pull up and knock on your door. Don't nobody take groceries to the old folks' home and deliver something to the old. Don't nobody help the old lady across the street no more. Yeah. They'll walk up and shoot the old lady like she ain't nothing. Look at the times we living in. You got niggas going in funerals, turning over coffins while the family in there. You serious? Yeah, you gotta look at what we living in. That's what's going on. The disrespect that we see this, we see that. I know we see it. We know that ain't what's right. We know that ain't right. We know that ain't how that's supposed to go. I know if somebody say something, somebody gonna do something. Well, I'm sorry to say, ain't nobody gonna do shit. You might change a couple of miles, because guess what? Everybody ain't blind. We can see. Right. Ain't no veil over my face. We see. Look, I'm with you when it comes to the truth. You hear me?
Right.
But it will fuck you up. It's more of them than it is of us right now. It's a whole bunch of bitch niggas.
Yeah, that's real.
And a handful of real niggas. It's a whole bunch of bitch niggas out here right now. And a handful of real niggas.
But
you hear me? That's why I don't entertain niggas. That's why I let niggas. One thing I know, I can't beat them, but I damn sure ain't gonna join them.
Right. But now you see how you say when you went into Ferguson. And it was weird. It was all them weirdos. But now, before you left, though, you and the few real that was around, cause y'all flipped it. I got to give it the same way with this clown here. It's a whole lot of weirdos.
I feel what you say.
I got to shoot my shot, cause I got to see if I can flip it. I got to see if I can flip it.
I'm not mad at you. Everybody put something. Everybody, you put something in the pot and try to double your money up. And, you know, sometimes it sells, sometimes it flops. You understand me? You know, you'll get a couple of buyers. You know, you'll get a couple of buyers, but if it's dropped, it's gonna sell itself. Understand me? But my saying that to say this, say everybody stick their hand in the cookie jar sometime. But hey, I learned one thing. An old man told me, don't put your hand in that rap chat, boy. I like, man, this nigga. As soon as he looked over and they looked out, I say, and that mother, but goddamn, I got a thing I always tell niggas on, and I ain't gonna keep shooting my shot on. Every time a nigga go to jail, he always say this. Every time, I don't give a damn what nobody say. Ask yourself, did anybody been booked in? Anybody that been locked up? Anybody, when you get first, go to everybody. I don't give a fuck if it's a traffic ticket, a fucking domestic violence, a jaywalking. When you get locked up, you get behind them balls. Something I always tell you this. What? Man, some told me don't
Yeah.
go down that way, man.
Some
Told
told
me that
me.
shit, man.
Some
Man,
told me.
some told me to stay my ass in the house and don't even go nowhere. Some told me not to even turn that way. Some told me to just sit here for the night and I'll be good. Some told me. When my thing is, why the fuck you didn't listen to the some told you? When we start listening to the something that told us, we'll stay out a whole lot of shit. You hear me? I'm gonna let that one go over your head. I'm gonna let you soak in that one for a minute. You hear me? When we start listening to the something I told you, cause hey, you know what? I got hit. I hit every hole in the road.
But guess
trying
what?
to get right from wrong. I hit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just like you. I'm just like you. I'm the nigga on the unit. When the nigga say he can fight, guess what I tell him? Show me.
Right.
Yeah, show me.
Yeah,
See, I'm like you. I know you have. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna talk down. I'm gonna make you feel. I know where you at. Cause I know where you at as a man. I can see where you at. I can look in a man's eyes and see his heart. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I get down. But you know what? Stay on your mission. Keep your foot on the gas. Out. Let me give you some advice. All gas, no brakes.
Nope. Cuz I told Trey 600 that earlier. All gas, no brakes. All gas. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw. Cause man, at the end of the day, homie. Man, I'm not finna leave that cockeyed, one-eyed bandit alone for nothing in the world. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna look when he go to sleep, cuz he gonna hear me. When he wake up, he gonna hear me. You know, and but the cold part about it, I'm knowing cuz he, you know, he'll get in that little Buster Dewberry ear and tell him, don't say his name, don't mention him. He getting too many views on us. Don't say it. Man, cuz like I told him, you ain't gotta say my name, homie. You a big fish in the internet world. I'ma say your name and they gonna listen. You know? The cold part about it, but now, believe it or not, man, that man time showed, homie. Remember I said that his time showed. I feel it, man, I feel it in my spirit, in my soul, in the atmosphere. That boy time showed, man. And like I said in one of my, he done put too much hate in the atmosphere. He done put too much hate out his mouth. He done put too much hate around his body. He done put too much hate out, homie. And the chicken's gonna come home to roost, cuz it's karma. You know what I'm saying? It's karma. That man time numbered, man. His days numbered, man. And the cold part about it, he did it to himself. It's just gonna come out of nowhere. Boom, one day it's gonna be on TV. Whoop, 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 whoop. And it's gonna be what he did to himself.
Right.
Yeah, you and I know that. See that what you and I know. So my job is to throw the nigga some rope. Either he gonna goddamn me grab it and then pull him over the wall with me and drag him on to safety, or he gonna die and go to hell without a conscience.
Right.
Right. My job is to tell the man. My job is to keep throwing the rope over the wall. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just here to help you, brother. I'm trying to help you over. I'm just trying to help you over. I know you lost. I know you lost. See, that's what I'm playing. That's what my chessboard say right now. You understand me? I play chess with Charleston every day too. I got our own chessboard. I set up. I play chess, not checkers. See, I don't just jump.
Read that, Percy. Hey, read that. Read that at the bottom. Read that right there. I can't see. It say, okay, look, it say secret family. It say my heart broke. It say my heart broke when he commented on the situation of OG Percy's sister in person, totally without feelings. And see, the reason why I'm saying it, cause man, I ain't gonna now. When the clown jumped on there the other day and did what he did, man, listen, I was so mad, cuz man, me and Loco was talking, man, I was so goddamn mad, man. Me and Loco almost got to arguing because I was so mad. I say, man, listen, man, I was like, man, he gotta go, homie. I say, man, he gotta go. He don't deserve not one more day on this planet. Not one more day on this planet do he deserve. And I was so mad, man. I was like, hey, man, I was ready to spit nails, homie. I was ready to chew wallpaper or something.
Say,
It
man,
hurt me, you know. It hurt. It hurt.
hey,
Just know.
you gotta. Sometimes you gotta practice what you preach, You hear me? And I know. Look at me, big homie. Say, hey, it's one thing I can't tell you. Don't let nobody live in your head rent free. And I'm sitting here letting one live in mine. You hear me?
Right.
Of course he's trying to move in. Watch it. Listen to me. Of course he's trying to. Let me tell you like this. If you leave your door cracked, the devil will come in.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah.
I know.
See,
I know. I be.
You look.
I'm gonna hold. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. If you leave your door cracked,
right,
the devil will come in.
Right. You dead on it, cuz. Now, what you saying is true.
Yeah. But watch this.
This one, look, hold on, listen. That's why I tell my homies, when they be talking to me, I'm like, cuz, he can't say nothing to bother me. So I say, that's why I'm a showing up, cuz, beat him in the end, because no matter what he get on the internet and say to me, he can't hurt me. So, you know, he really just blowing smoke in the wind.
Right.
That's what I say. He can't. Right. You right about not letting him live up here.
Look. Yeah.
Yeah, you right about not letting him live up here, homie. Don't let him live, because that's the only. He ain't gonna never do nothing physically. The only weapon he got is his mouth and the internet. So, you know, that's the only thing he gonna do. Get on the internet and woof. And once you tune that out and not even pay no attention to that part of it no more, cause he ain't got no weapons no more. He ain't got nothing to hurt you with.
Right.
That's real. But shoot.
Nah,
right. But hey, I put dough. I got everything in front of my door right now. I got 3 locks on my door. I got a big old bar I just had on it, and I just had a whole new one of the penitentiary slam doors put on my door. He don't get no play on this radio. I keep the devil under my feet at all times. You can't get in this house, nigga. You hear me?
Right.
I let you live here once before, and you fucked over me. I went in there, everything was fucked up, nigga. You didn't even flush the toilet. God dang, how disrespectful can you be? Nigga shit on the seat and didn't even flush the toilet. That's how you do when you let them in your house. They'll fuck your shit up. I mean, I'm just throwing some shit at you. I'm just bars.
You say you didn't even flush the toilet. You say you didn't even flush the toilet.
I'm saying that to say this: how disrespectful can you be?
Yeah.
That's what they do when you let them in your house. There's shit all over you. You hear me? With no respect. They don't. You can't leave your door cracked. Close it. Slam that hole in their face. What? Oh hell no, nigga! You today? Slam that bitch in your face. I never. Let me tell you some real shit. I never heard Charleston say nothing about my sister, nothing about nobody. Cause guess what, homie? I don't even listen to that nigga.
Right.
Nah, I get what I get if it hit the internet. If I see him every now and then, if I ever seen him on some righteous shit, he'll catch my ear. But this nigga right here, we already know his day number. It's gonna be a sad day in the city. Everybody gonna go back to doing back to business as usual. Bored with their lives, nothing to do. And guess what they gonna say in a few months? Damn, I missed that old shit talking ass Charleston. Why was that over there saying something? Damn, they fucked over that and you know, and that's what he gonna leave behind, cause you can't take away what God got for him. I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna say that again to you. I'm gonna say that again. You can't take away what God got for him, because what's for him is for him. What God got for you is for you. You understand me? And I had to realize that. You did what I'm saying? Say, we say to ourselves, we know how this story going in. But the same thing is like, nigga said that about me years ago. How about that? Yeah. I've been 25 twice. When I was in my first 25, They already told me how that story will be over real soon. It don't take that story. That's like a elementary book. We know what Percy doing. His shit gonna be over. The end gonna be here real soon. And that's before the first 25. The second 25, sombrero, sombrelli. In football language, that means same thing.
Right.
In Chinese, same thing. I didn't do nothing different. And niggas already said this is how his life gonna end. This how, because we already read the Cat in the Hat. We already know how green eggs and ham go. We already know the fundamental ass books, because when niggas do fundamental shit, the book end real fast. And we know this. It ain't gonna take long for this to go down. And we know this. But then if you got a bigger book and you read it, you get to the end, you never know it turned out like this. Motherfucker. Niggas never know Percy will be on here talking God and saying God bless me. Not 50 years later. Hell no.
Right.
They was reading the wrong book. I'm saying that to say this: we never know what God got for nobody in the end.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We fuck around and see you and that man hugging one day. And you'll say to yourself, nigga, I ain't never see this. Well, guess what? My girlfriend that I was going with in the 8th and 7th and 9th grade shit, I never thought we were apart. And I done had 25 girlfriends after her. You dig what I'm saying? I said to myself, that's the one I love. That's the one I'm gonna marry. But guess this is it for life. How many this is it for life you done had?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever heard that saying though? I'm trying to remember exactly how it goes. But now, if we were speaking to old boy, you know what I'm saying? The wrath came down. The wrath was in the form of a man. You know what I'm saying? God sent the wrath down on a person. And when the wrath took the form of a man, the punishment, the wrath took the form of a man, it went to the person it was directed to. And it said, what he say? He say, thou hast must done something very, very wrong. Then it says, if you hadn't, God would not have sent me. That's real, cuz. He said, if you didn't do something, if you didn't do nothing wrong, he wouldn't have sent me. And that's how I feel about old boy. You done too much wrong, and they done sent me.
You know, a lot of us are here to put an end to the bullshit. Hello? Am I still here?
Yeah, you here?
Here.
Okay, where I'm at? I don't. Okay, there I go. Here I go. My bad, y'all. My bad. We get back to my big screen. I can't see me. I don't like this. Hold on.
You there?
It's just froze.
We can hear you.
Oh, there I go.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think I need to get out from these lines somewhere. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me, but you can't see me. I don't know what happened to my my cash. I gotta get
you want
out.
me to bring you right? You want me to take you off, bring you back?
Hold on. Let me see if I can hit another button to get back in. Where we at? Okay,
Your picture's still up though.
Yes, your picture's still up though.
Okay.
Yeah, if you in here, man, hit that like button, man. If you in here, support. You see what we got going on, man. It's real. You know what I mean? Take these jewels, you know, because that's what at the end of the day why we doing this, man. So y'all tap in, hit that like button right now. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot. Man, oh shoot! I just looked at. Hundo.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's look. I'm just looked at this clock, homie. It's yeah, it's 9:25, man. I got a jet, homie.
No, it's all good. You already know we're gonna have you tapped in, man. I appreciate it. You already know. We almost got 50 people up in here. I appreciate the love. We're gonna do this again.
Right, man. I want to stay longer, but
it's all good. We got a lot to talk about. It's all good.
Okay, man. Yeah, because I gotta be at work at 3 a.m.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Okay, man. Tell Percy I said, man, what's up?
Oh yeah. Hey man, appreciate everybody up in here. Y'all hit that like button, man. It's your boy Tracy Sunday Quitting TV. We got Avalon, OG Cartoon, OG Percy up in here, man. We got some more coming. Salute y'all. Appreciate it.